are going to study a chemistry chapter named as structure of atom. The first topic in structure of atom, let us have a glance. That is summary of the topic. Now, in the at a glance, we will study about the different topics which we are going to cover in this class today. So, first in the structure of atom, the glossary, the topics which we are going to cover is Thomson model of an atom. Then we have Rutherford's model. Then we have Bohr's model. Then we will study about the discovery of neutrons. Now, first let us talk about Thomson model. You can see here this concept of Thomson model was proposed by J.J. Thomson in 1904. And what did he describe in his model? He described that atom is like a Christmas pudding or a watermelon model. And positive charge, he said that positive charge atom is a positive charge sphere with electrons embedded inside it, and electrons are like currents or seeds in the pudding or watermelon. You can see the figure here. You can see in this figure how electrons are shown, and the positive, this is red part which is seen is the positive charge, and this charges you see is the electrons. Now, what are the key points of J.J. Thomson model is the atom is electrically neutral overall. Positive and negative charges are balanced. The next model which was proposed was Rutherford model of an atom. This model was proposed by Ernest Rutherford in 1911, and he conducted experiments on alpha particles. So, alpha particles were directed at a thin gold foil. You can see the picture also here, alpha particles passing through a gold foil. Okay. Then, what are the observation by Rutherford? He observed that most alpha particle passed through the foil. Some alpha particles were deflected at small angles. A few alpha particles were deflected by 180 degrees, indicating a small, dense, positively charged center. Then the model features are atoms has a small, dense, positively charged nucleus. Electrons orbit the nucleus, and the nucleus contains nearly all atoms' mass. Next model which was put forward was Bohr's model of an atom. Now, Bohr's model of an atom was proposed by Niels Bohr in 1913. And what are the postulates of Niels Bohr? Let us see. The postulates of Niels Bohr are electrons orbit the nucleus, means electron revolve the nucleus in fixed or discrete orbits or shells. You can see here in this picture, you can see K, L, M, N shells. Okay, these are the shells, or you can say these shells are otherwise called as discrete orbits. Then, electrons in these orbits do not radiate energy. Energy is only absorbed or emitted when electrons move between these orbits. Now, key points of this postulate is it explains the stability of electrons in orbits, and each orbit has a specific energy level. The next thing which we are going to study is about neutrons. Neutrons was discovered by James Chadwick in 1932. Description of this given by James Chadwick is neutrons are neutral particles with mass nearly equal to that of a proton, and nucleus is found in all the atoms except hydrogen. Then what is the role of neutron? it contributes to the mass of the atom, and neutron count helps determine the isotope of an element. Example of neutrons here, helium atom has an atomic mass of 4 AMU, that is atomic mass unit. Here it contains 2 protons. Then how many neutrons we can calculate? Neutrons is equals to atomic mass minus protons. What is atomic mass? 4. Minus 2 is protons is equals to 2 neutrons. So helium atom has 2 protons and 2 neutrons. Okay. Let us see the model of what you say Thomson model as well as all other models which we just studied. The first is Thomson model. We studied about Dalton's atomic theory, children. Dalton's atomic theory suggests that atom was indivisible and indestructible. This we studied in our previous chapter. But what did Thomson said? Thomson said that atom is composed of subatomic particles, and that one of the subatomic particle which Thomson explained was electron. So, what did he say about electron? He said that electron are present like the currants, or you can say the dry fruits which you see in the pudding. Okay, this he compared to that of electrons. Okay, and the remaining part of the pudding or the cake, he considered it to that a positive charge. So complete part of the cake is positive charge, and that black currants are electron. So he compared an atom to that of a Christmas pudding. And he also said that he also said that not only it resembles, he did not say only as Christmas pudding. He gave another example that the atomic model resembles the size or shape of a watermelon. You can see here watermelon, okay, half watermelon you can see, and the red spongy part which you see is the positive charge, right? And the black seeds which you see are the electrons. So he compared the atoms, the structure of an atom to that of Christmas pudding or to that of watermelon. So in Christmas pudding, the black currants were compared to that of electrons, and in watermelon, the black seeds are compared to that of electrons. Then, atom is positively charged sphere with electrons embedded in the sphere, or you can say they are set into the sphere. So because atom has both positively and negatively charged together, so atom is electrically neutral. So this was said by J.J. Thomson. Then after J.J. Thomson, there came another scientist called as Ernest Rutherford. What did he say? He said that he designed an experiment to show how the electrons are arranged within an atom. So for which he conducted an experiment on gold foil. So he selected a gold foil which was 1000 atoms thick. He wanted a very thin sheet of foil. So he has taken gold foil which was 1000 atoms thick. Okay. Then he conducted his experiment by allowing alpha rays to pass through the gold foil. You can see here, right? Then, now when alpha rays were passing, okay, when alpha rays were passing, what did he say or what did he observe? You can see in the picture, children. In this picture, I can show you clearly. You can see inside the picture what's happening. You can see that most of the alpha particles passed in a straight line. I'll show you here. Most of the alpha particle passed in a straight line. You can see this alpha particle passing in a straight line. So most of the alpha particle passed in a straight line, and some deflected in small angles. You can see some were deflected in small angles, and some were deflected, or you can say they were bouncing back at an angle. Okay, great, at an angle. So he observed three features with alpha particle. One thing is some particles were moving straight in a straight line, some were deflected, making some angle, and some were bounced back. So by this he came to some conclusion. Now what was the conclusion made by Rutherford? He concluded that atom is a he concluded that atom is a sphere, okay, and there is positive charge in the center. He said that in the center there is a positive charge, okay. Then some of the rays were passing through the center, right? The electrons revolve round. So when he saw that, here you can see in this picture, some rays were passing straight, okay. That indicates that most of the space in an atom is empty. And some were deflected at the center. This indicates that positive charge is in the center, and that too a very small, okay, very small in size, and electrons revolve around the nucleus. Then, now there are some drawbacks with Rutherford's model. What are the drawbacks? Now, during acceleration, whenever a charged particle is moving, children, when it is accelerating, it is said that it will radiate some energy. So, what should happen when electrons are moving around the nucleus, right? What should happen? Electrons should lose the energy and they should fall into the nucleus. You can see in the picture. But it is not happening. Why? Because we know that atom is stable. So, this is one of the drawback of Rutherford. So, to explain this
Niels Bohr
drawback,
put forward
another scientist called as Niels Bohr. What did he say? He said that, or he proposed his theory. According to his theory, when electrons are moving round the nucleus, they are not moving in a normal circular orbit, but they are moving or revolving in discrete orbits. So, what are these discrete orbits? These discrete orbits are otherwise called as energy levels. So, when electrons are moving in such energy levels, they do not radiate energy. Okay, see how the electron is moving, and when it is moving, it is not losing energy. Okay, you can see the movement of electron. You can see the movement of electron. Okay, see how the electron is moving. Because it is moving in discrete orbits, it is not radiating energy. Now, these are the energy levels. You can see the energy levels are given the names. The energy levels are given names. So, what are those energy levels? K shell, M shell, N shell, and L shell. And they have been denoted by a value called or number called as N. It is called as principal quantum number. So, K shell, N value is 1. For M shell or for L shell, N value is 2. For M shell, N value is 3, and for N shell, N value is 4. So, the energy levels are K, L, M, N, and so on. Okay. So, what did Bohr said? Bohr said that electrons are revolving around the nucleus in discrete orbits. Those discrete orbits are otherwise called as energy level. Because electrons are moving in energy level, they do not radiate energy. So, this was given by Rutherford Bohr's model, right? Now, let us study about discovery of neutron. Now, neutrons were discovered by J. Chadwick. Okay, he discovered neutron. Now, what did he say about neutron? He said that, okay, he said that neutrons are, or you can say they do not have any charge. Like electrons are negatively charged, protons are positively charged, but neutrons do not have any charge and they are represented by a letter N. Now, here is the structure of helium atom. In this helium atom, you can see the upper green ones has two electrons, right? Then the blue ones are called as two neutrons and two pink ones are called as protons. So, altogether, helium atom has two electrons, two protons and two neutrons. Now, let us see the structure of hydrogen atom. If we see the structure of hydrogen atom, we can see hydrogen atom has one electron and one proton. Then what about the neutrons? Neutrons are present in the nucleus of all the atoms except the hydrogen. So, hydrogen do not have neutrons. So, did you understand? Oh, now let us have a check about what we read. Now, here to check what we read, let us answer some questions. So, children, look at the questions. First question: what was the main reason for the failure of Dalton's atomic theory? See the options. Anyone to answer? Let's check the answer. So, the answer is discovery of electrons and protons. Next question, let us see. How did J.J. Thomson describe the structure of an atom in his model? To what did he compare? Any guess? Yes, you are right. As a positively charged sphere with embedded electrons. Next question you see. What was the primary purpose of Rutherford's gold foil experiment? Yes, to discover neutron, to prove Thomson model correct, to determine how electrons are arranged within an atom, or to measure the mass of an atom. Yes, to determine how electrons are arranged within an atom. One more question. Which observation from Rutherford experiment was considered the most surprising? Yes, you are right. One out of every 12,000 particles appear to rebound. So, I have some more questions here which I will be sharing you as homework. Till then, take care. Goodbye.